Hello, teachers. Good morning. How are you today? Welcome to this session. My name is Annalie. I'm from Guadalajara. I'm from Jalisco. And right now I'm at home trying to keep myself safe due to the current situation that we are facing. I hope that you are okay and that you are nice and safe somewhere. So welcome to this session. I can see that I have some teachers connected. I have 123 right now. So I would like to tell me where you are from, please. Okay. Okay, hello. Okay, Mexico City. Very good. All right. Tampico. Okay. All right, we have a teacher from Uruguay, okay, Sinaloa, okay, Argentina, very nice, hello there, Peru, Tamaulipas, Argentina, okay. All right, Argentina, there you go, Mexico City, hello, welcome, Peru, Brazil, hello there, hi, okay, Argentina, very good, Brazil, Tamaulipas, okay, excellent, very nice, okay, all right, very good, excellent, very nice, teachers. Well, welcome to this session. In this session, the idea is to talk about the Richmond Learning Platform, and we're going to see the different roles that the platform can have. So basically, we have three. We have the training manager, we have the teacher, and we have students. Okay, so we're going to start with the training manager. And before we actually start, I'm going to stop sharing my camera with you, just so you can see the screen a little bit bigger, okay? And okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my camera right now, and I'll be back at the end of the session, okay? All right, very good. So that is that. Okay, so right now I'm sharing my screen with you. Okay, can you see it? Okay. Yes, you can see it. Okay, very good. So this screen is pretty much what you are going to see on the right side of your computer. So you have this toolbar, and this first icon right here. This is the microphone. Right now, everybody is muted just because if the microphone is open, then the sound is not quite nice and is going to be annoying. Okay. The second icon right here, well, that the arrow is pointing out, is for you to raise your hand. So when you have a question, you can raise your hand, and there is this very last section that says questions. This is exactly where you are actually responding me, okay? So feel free to type any question that you have during this session, okay? All right, very good. So, okay, so I'm going to share my screen, okay? Let's see. Okay. So this is the Richmond Learning Platform site, And the site is richmondlp.com. This is what we are going to be logging in. First, let's talk about the training manager. So since this is going to be the very first time that you use the platform, and in order to do so, first we need to register our institution. Okay. This registration, the training manager, in this case, the coordinator or the person that is going to be responsible of managing all of the users and the platform, is that person is going to be the one registering the institution. So we're just going to click right here in register first. Okay. So as a training manager, I click right here. And I'm going to click in here when it says I'm a teacher. Okay. And right here, we are going to type our institution. Okay. So we're going to see if the institution is already registered. If it is not registered, then we are going to register right now. Okay, so I'm going to type okay, I'm going to type just this, and I click on search, and as you can see, there are no results. So the institution in this case, this is not registered in the institution. So what we are going to do, we are going to click in the new institution button, just right here. And right now, we are going to fill all of this information. So we are going to introduce the name of our institution, the city, the country, the zip code, etc., right? And the name of the coordinator or the person that is going to be in charge. The person in charge of doing this process is going to be the training manager of the institution. So that is the training manager has the ability to create classes and to create teachers, to create users. Okay. So once we have done this, yes, once we have completed all this process, we are going to wait about 48 hours maximum. It's usually not that late, so you can have access to your account. So you will receive a confirmation email. It is very important that you actually introduce try to include an email that you are going to use, or use an email that it really exists, right? Because you're going to receive this confirmation email, and you need to click on that link that you receive in the mail, so the registration is completed. Okay. So as simple as that, the training manager has access. Okay. So I'm going to go back. Now that I have my access as a training manager, I'm going to log in with my email, the email that I just included in the form, and my password. In the email, you will see what your password is. You can also change it, by the way. Okay. So I'm going to get into the platform. Okay. And okay, so this is how it looks like inside the platform. Yeah. All of the white boxes that that you can see right there, those are the classes that I can create, or that I have already created. Yeah. How do I do that? Right here on top, right? We are going to click in that folder. Okay. So if we click in there, okay, this is what we can see. Okay. So this is actually very nice and helpful because the training manager can create as many classes and as many users as he or she needs, and you don't have to wait for anybody else to do this. Okay. All right. So what we are going to do first, we are going to create a class or classes. So I'm going to click right here when it says new class. Okay. So I click right there and I'm going to name my class or my classes. Okay. So for example, class 1 or 1. For example, I can include a description. Okay. And right here you can select the start date and the due date. So I'm going to select today, and it's going to end by the end of April. Okay. And like that. Okay. So it is my class, it is created. Okay. It's right here, class 101. Every time you create a class, as you can see, there is a class code right here next to my in my class. This class code is important for the training manager to share with their teachers. Okay, so teachers need this so teachers can share this class code and therefore can log in to their classes. Yeah, which is something very similar. If you are familiar to Google Classroom, it's something similar. Okay, so you need a class code in order to get linked into that class, and the teacher can see you. Okay, so the training manager is the only one who can create classes. The teachers cannot create classes. So teachers have to wait for the training manager to create the classes first, right? And then so the teachers can share these class codes with their students. Okay. You can have 1 or 2 or 3 or as many training managers as you wish. Okay. So if you think that 2 or 3 teachers can help you out in the creation of the classes and the users, that is going to be fantastic. Okay, so you can have as many training managers as you wish, as you need. Okay, so those are the classes. So first you go ahead and create your classes. So for example, if you have 7 groups or 8 groups, 3, 10, 20, you are going to create one virtual class, right? For every single classroom that you have in your institution. That is going to be easier when you create the users. Okay. Okay. So, all right. Once that you create your classes, then you are going to create your users. So the next step is create users, manage users. So right here, in the very same way, we are going to create the users. In this case, the teachers, okay? So if I have 10 teachers, 5 teachers, 20, 40, 50, 100 teachers, I can create them right here. Now, if my institution has 3 teachers, 4 or 5 teachers, I can do this manually, or I can use a format. Okay, I'll show you how. So in the very same way, I click on create new user, and I'm going to name that teacher. Okay, so I'm going to create teacher 1 or something. You need the last name and the email of the teacher. Once again, the email has to be real, and teachers need to make sure that the email is actually working, because they will also receive information to their emails. Okay. And as you can see right now, as I'm creating my first teacher, remember the class or the classes that we created, I have them all in here, right? So for example, this teacher 1, for example, is going to be in charge of class 101, right? And maybe that teacher has also the class name class 02, and so on and so on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link my teacher to his or her class or classes, and I'm just going to click right here in the box. Okay, and the role is going to be teacher. If you want this teacher to also be a training manager, you can also do that. So you just click right here in the options, and instead of teacher, sorry, you select training manager. Okay, and in that moment, that teacher 1, for example, can also create classes, yes, and create users and all that. Yeah. Okay, very good. So I'm not going to create this teacher, and all of the users, as you can see, are right here. So every single person has a different role. For example, this person is a student, yes, this person is a teacher, and so on and so on. Yeah. What happens if, I have 50 teachers? Am I going to do this manually, like one by one? You can, if you want to, and if you have a lot of time, but you can do this actually in a faster way. Yeah. So right here next to new users, next to new user, we have this import users. Okay. So we're just going to click on that, and I have these two formats. One is for students and one is for teachers. So that means that you can create 50 teachers, 100 teachers, or 100 students, or 200 students, all in once. Okay, so right now I click right there, and I click on download teachers CSV templates, and I'm just going to save it into my computer. Okay. All right. So it is saved right there. Okay. So I'm just going to open the file, and I'm going to start filling this, right, with as many teachers or students I need, right? So I create the name of the teacher. Okay. All right. The email, and so on. Once this format is complete, right? So I make sure that all of my teachers are there. Yeah. Then I'm going to save it. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to go back here again. Okay. Okay. And I'm just going to drag my file, or to choose a file from my computer. Okay. All right. So I just select the file, and boom, voila. My classes, my teachers and my students are created as well. Okay. If you have a lot of classes, you can also create your classes in the very same way, right? So you're just going to download the template for your classes and you start filling the format, okay? And as simple as that, you just drag it or you select the file and bam, all of the 50 classes, 100 classes are created just like that in a couple of clicks, okay? Very nice. So it is very easy, okay? All right, so I have a question. All right, teacher. All right, so you didn't know how to create a new user, okay? All right, how do we get into the platform? Do we need a user? Teacher Jocelyn, yeah, I was just explaining how you can have access to this. So you go to richmondlp.com, okay? And the training manager, he or she is the one doing this process, okay? So you are going to register your institution, okay? So in order for you to have access, right? As soon as the training manager creates the teachers have immediate access to the platform. So as a teacher, how am I going to log in? In the very same way, I'm going to use my email and the password that is being created, okay? As simple as that. So I don't need to register anything else. I'm already in, okay? So I log in. Okay, very good. So those are the classes that the training manager already created. So if I'm a teacher and if I have 2, 3, 10 classes, right, then I'm going to be able to see all of my 10, my 12, my 3, my 5 classes on the left side, right? Yet again, every single box that you see right here is a class. And right here, I can see the class code of my class. This class code, I need to share this code with my students so they can log in into my class and I can see them, okay? So, okay, very good. So this is what the training manager can do, okay? So yet again, the training manager, he or she is the only one who has this folder option. If you are a teacher, you are not going to be able to see this folder, okay? Only the training manager can see that folder because he or she is going to be creating the classes, the users, the students, yeah? If the training manager or the institution wants to create the students, of course, feel free to do that. Although students can actually register into the platform. We will get to see that in a moment, okay? So right now we are just discussing what the training manager can do, okay? All right. Very good. Okay, so this is the training manager. And of course, right here on top, right, you can just click right there. You click in your profile and you can change your name. You can change your password, right? Okay, there you go. All right. So as you can see, this is really, really simple, okay? In a couple of clicks, you have all of your classes, your teachers and students in the platform, okay? As teachers, what can you do as teachers? Teachers can see the classes. They cannot create users. They cannot create classes, but they can see their classes, okay? So I'm going to look for a class. Okay, so I'm looking for this class. I already found it, okay? By the way, okay, I'm going to go back. Especially when you teachers, if you have more than one class, sometimes you have 10, 20 classes, and you can see that you see a very long list right here, yes, and so sometimes you cannot find your class. Where is it? Very simple. In your computer, you're going to click on the command button and the F, okay? And as you can see, if I click on that, I immediately have this this searcher, okay? So I'm going to actually browse all of my classes. So if I'm looking for a very specific class, I can do that and I can find it easier, okay? All right, so I already did. I found it, and I'm just going to click just right here. Okay. All right, very good. All right, very good. Okay, so there is a question right here from teacher Julie. Says, can I share my managed classes with other teacher? If that teacher is a training manager, he or she can also do that. But teachers cannot create classes and cannot create users. So therefore, teachers are not going to be able to create any user, okay? Only the training manager, okay? All right, very good. Okay, so as teachers, I mean, right now, I'm going to go back a little bit. Okay, very good. So we already said that the left side, you can see all of your classes, okay? And if you need to find a very specific class, you just click on the key command plus F, all right? And you're going to be able to find your classes in an easier way or more easily, okay? Now, on the right side, I have this section that says my products. Every single teacher, when he or she receives the teacher's guide, inside the teacher's guide, you have the access code, right? It's the access code has some numbers and letters. So in order for you to see your products, the only thing that you have to do is click right here, add access code. And you just type the access code that you were provided. The access code looks something like this, right? And you just click on add product, okay? This code is being used, so I cannot use it, but it's something very similar, okay? So in order for you to see your materials, you need to activate your code. right? Or your codes, as many books and levels you have, you're going to be adding those codes, right? Okay, there you go. So once you add those codes, right, you are going to be able to see your products. Basically, in order for the teacher to activate the products, sometimes we create the class, we create the teacher, but the class is empty. There is nothing in there. There are no products to be found, okay? So don't worry, you can activate your codes through the teacher's book, or you can ask your students to register into the platform, activate their products, and in that moment, you can see your products, okay? So there are two ways that the teacher can actually see the products. One, I can activate my code in my teacher's guide. If I don't have a code in my teacher's guide, then my students, or at least one student that I have in my class, is going to register and activate the product. So in that moment, I can see them, okay? All right, very good. All right. So, okay, so I'm going to find my class. Okay, so I'm just going to click just right here. Okay, so those are the products that I have activated. Okay, yeah. So you are going to be able to see as many products as you actually register in the platform, right? As many codes as you have, you can include them. So if you are only teaching one class or one level, you are only going to be able to see that level, right? If you are teaching several levels, right, with different books, you are going to be able to see all of the books that you need for your classes. If you have only one class and one book, you will only see one book, okay? So this is personal best. This is a famous course, okay? And I'm going to show you the materials that you as teachers are going to be able to see, yeah? So you have right here the book, but you also have this section that is additional resources, okay? So in the additional resources, okay, if you click right here, you are going to be able to find the things that you have printed. You can find them in the platform. So for example, you can see the student's book audio. You can download the tracks, okay? And that is easier for you. You also have the audio scripts. If your material has video, you are going to be able to find the video to that material in here in the platform. And you can also download them, okay? All right. You also have the workbook audio right here. Yeah. So you can download the tracks in the very same way. Students have access to that information too. But you as teachers, you can see the progress test. Students cannot see that, by the way, okay? Very good. So you will be able to find all of the tests that your course has, and you can download this as well. If your material has print and go photocopyable activities, such as personal best, this is the case, so you can also download them. Okay. You also have the Common European Framework mapping to all of the units of personal best or any other material as well. You also have word lists, okay? And something that I would like to share with you for this teacher, okay? All right, so right here, you have some training videos, okay? If you have this course, Personal Best, and if you are right now working with those books, then you can have access to this material. So basically, what is that? Basically, this is a complete course for teachers, okay? And in there, you are going to be able to see some tips, okay? And Jim Scribner is giving you those tips, okay? So Jim Scribner is the editor of this series, Personal Best, and he's actually providing you this course for you teachers. So you have them right there. You can watch them online, or you can download them as well. Okay. Very good. All right. So far, so good. Are there any questions so far? I read you. Okay. All right. Teacher Bianca is actually asking if I work into different institutions, will I use the same platform? Yes. If you work into different institutions and the material is similar or is the same, you are going to be using the very same platform. Of course, the conditions and the way you log in are going to be slightly different. Okay. So the training manager of the other institution is going to be in charge of providing you your access code and your login information, okay? So basically you are working with the same platform, but you are going to be able to have different classes and different logins, you know, if that makes sense, you know? Okay, very good. No questions. Okay, no questions. Everything pretty clear. Okay. There is one. Okay, this platform is only for teachers. Teacher Adriana Gutierrez. Not only for teachers, it's also this platform is for students, for teachers, and of course training managers or coordinator. The training manager, the training manager language in this platform would be the coordinator of the platform, right? So training manager is the coordinator of the platform. So therefore, the coordinator is going to be in charge of creating classes, creating users, etc., etc. Okay, so it's not only for coordinators, also for teachers, and of course for students. Okay, all right, very good. Any other questions so far? All right, Teacher Bianca, very good. I work with Going Pro and Personal Best. Okay, excellent teachers. Teacher, thank you for sharing. Sorry. As you can see, the material, the Personal Best material and Going Pro are slightly different, right? But you will be able to access to the material that each book or that each series has. Okay. All right, thank you. All right. Thank you, teacher. All right. I am nice, thank you. Okay, very good. Okay, a teacher is asking, what about the test on the platform? Okay, we will get there. Don't worry, don't worry. Okay. All right, you've been working with this platform for 2 years. Oh, excellent. So you're an expert. Very good. Congratulations. Very nice. So this might not sound that new to you. All right. Very good. Excellent. All right. Very good. Okay, excellent. So I think according to your questions and the comments that you are writing or typing, so far, so good, okay? All right, so those are the material that you are, the resources that you are going to be able to find in the platform that is actually going to match the book that you actually have, okay? You also have the workbook answer key in here for you to download. And you also have a digital book, right? In the case of personal best, the digital book, you can find it in the platform. And it's just right here, almost at the bottom. Okay, let me see if I'm sharing my screen with you. Yes. In the case of personal best, you can have that in PC and Mac, right? So this digital book is available for both PC or Mac. Just feel free to download the one that you need, okay? And you also have, of course, the speaking test that you can actually download, okay? Very good. All right. All right. Thanks for helping us. Oh, thank you for being here. It's a pleasure. Okay. Let me know if you need something else. All right. Very good. So we keep on exploring this. So those are the resources that you're going to get as teachers. Students are going to see the audio and the video. Okay. If the course has video. And if your course, of course, has audio, they are going to be able to download it as well. So in case they lost their CD or something, they can actually access to the audio in the platform as well. If my course does not have video, but then I will not going to be able to see any videos here, right? If that makes sense, yeah, okay. Of course, students cannot see the test. This, you can only see that. Teachers cannot see, students, sorry, cannot see the digital book. You can see that. Students cannot see speaking test, of course, etc., right? If that makes sense. Okay, very good. Now, let's explore, yeah. Okay, those are the resources that as teachers you have. Let me see if we can explore, all right, the activities that you have in the platform. Okay, so this is my level B1. Okay, all right. You can see the digital book, teacher Elizabeth. Okay, if you are using personal best, you should be able to see it in the additional resources. If you are using English ID second edition, you are going to be able to see it as well in the additional resources. Although if right now you are working with English ID first edition, I'm sorry, but you are not going to be able to find the digital books in the platform. But don't worry, you can contact us and we can send you some links so you can actually download the digital book, right? In the case of English ID first edition, okay? In the case of English ID second edition, you already have it in the platform, okay? So don't worry, don't worry. Just let us know if you need some some of the material or resources, like in the case of the digital book, when they are available in the platform, you're going to be able to download those digital books. If the digital book is not in the platform, let us know. Please contact us and we can assist you. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. Okay. All right, so there you go. All right, so let's take a look at the activities that we can find. I'm using personal best as well. Okay, so you are going to be able to see the units that your book has, right? Maybe I can have 12, maybe I can have 10. That depends on the book that I'm using. Okay, and if I click in any of the units right here, I'm going to be able to see different sections and different exercises. If we remember, in personal best, my units are divided into lessons A, B, C, and D. So therefore, in the platform, I'm going to be able to find different exercises related to those lessons in my unit. So I'm going to click in that grammar lesson, for example. Okay, there you go. And this is a matching exercise for grammar. All of the exercises are interactive and they are different. Okay, so so right here, I just need to make those connections. I'm just answering this exercise, just clicking here and there in the dots that I find nice. I'm not actually paying attention. Okay, all right. So right here, I click on submit and I immediately can see the result. Okay. It is very important, teachers, that you remind your students to click on the submit button so you can actually see your students' progress. If students are not submitting the results, you won't be able to see them. Okay. So this one gives you immediate feedback. Okay. All right, very good. Excellent. Okay, so I'm just going to close this. Okay, and close that. Okay, very good. So something that we like about personal best and something that is also included in English ID, the second edition as well, you have this pronunciation recording studio, so to speak. And in that section, students are going to be able to record their pronunciation. So students can also be aware, self-aware of how they are pronouncing this, the intonation, the correct pitch, etc., right? So first, students have to click in this speaker so they can listen to the pronunciation, okay? Once the student listens to that pronunciation, then the student is going to click on the record button and is going to record their own pronunciation, right? So that is he or she is saying that sentence. So I click it once, right? I start recording, yes, and then I click on finish so I can stop my recording, okay? You can also erase it, you can download it, yes, and you can listen to yourself. Well, students, actually, okay? There you go. So the exercises are different. They are all interactive, okay? Now, where can I see my students' progress, okay? Hello, teacher, okay? From Chile is saying hello, welcome, okay? All right, very good. Now, where can I see the progress of my students? This is very easy, okay? So right here on top, I have these icons. I'm going to click on the mark book. If I click on the mark book right there, I'm going to be able to see my students' scores, right? Now, this is a demo account, okay? So you can only see one student. So right here, it shows you, yes, the progress of that students, okay? You can also download this report in PDF format or Excel as well, okay? Okay, very good. You can also see the assignments that you can create, or the assignments that you have created. I'm going to go back to the assignments, and of course the test scores that we will take a look at a moment, which is, this is a very powerful tool that you have in the platform. Okay, all right, very good. Okay, let me see. All right, very good. Yes, hello. Okay, very good, excellent. Okay, very nice, teachers. Okay, so you can see, okay, your information is in there. Okay, very nice, thank you. Okay, don't worry if this webinar is going to be recorded. So if you later on you need this, please let us know, and we can provide you with this webinar and also with some information or guidance as how to create classes and all that. We can also give you that information as well. Yes, just let us know, please contact us, and we can send you the process and all that. Okay, okay, you're welcome. Okay, very nice. Okay, so all right, so how can I create some assignments for my students? Okay, so I click in the unit. I already checked the exercises as I show you, the grammar, the pronunciation, and so on. Okay, so I just click right here in the box, yes, and as soon as I click here in the box, I have this button that now is available. So okay, I want this exercise and this and that for my students. So I click right here in assign selected content. I'm going to name my activity, for example, task 101, right? Okay, and I can select the date. So for example, starts today, and it's going to be available this 31st, okay? And right here, you should be able to see all of the students that you have in your class. If you have 10 students, you will be able to see your 10 students, 20 students, etc. So you can select this task, or you can actually assign this task to all of your students, or you can select one or two students in particular. Maybe that particular student who needs more practice, more support, or just extra points or something. You can also select your students as well. You can be selective. So in that way, the assignment is more personalized. Yes. So once you have selected the student or students, just click on send, and that's it. Yeah. Okay. And students are going to be able to see the assignment, the notification, something similar to Facebook, in this bell right here, yeah, and so on. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, let me show you this test manager, which is something that a lot of students, a lot of teachers are asking, okay? And this is where the magic starts, right? So in there, you have the test manager. This test manager is so powerful. You can create a quiz, you can create a test, an exam, as short or as long as you need, and you are going to be able to assign this test or quiz to your student or students, or to your class in a couple of clicks. So in the very same way that I showed you that the book has different exercises, those are the content, those are the exercises or the items for my quiz or exam. So I'm just clicking in one so you can see. Okay, so this is what the exercise looks like. Okay, so once I know which exercises or which sections I'm going to include, I just click in the boxes just right there, like so. Okay, I'm just going to select this too, and I assign the content right here in the assign content button, right? Okay. And as you can see, this is something a little bit different. Again, you have the option to name your test or your quiz. So I'm going to name this quiz 101. There you go. So I'm going to name it like that, and then I can select one student, two students, my whole class, all of my students, right? So I'm going to select this. And in here, you can select the date, of course, but also the time for the test, okay? So I'm just going to set it 12:30, for example, and it's available today, and I'm going to, okay, 1:30, okay? So once I selected the date and the time, I just click and send right here, and voila. So that means that our students are going to receive that assignment. It's a quiz or it's a test, and students answer that test in their computers or in their iPads or in their cell phones. And the great thing about this is that you don't have to evaluate that exam because the platform is going to do it for you, right? How fantastic that is, okay? There you go. All right, okay, teacher Roberto, okay, he says he cannot actually hear anything. Teacher, please make sure that that you check the audio settings of your device. Make sure that the audio is okay and is actually active so you can hear me. Yeah. All right, very good. So this is fantastic, right? I mean, in a couple of clicks, you can create a quiz or a test and assign this to your students. If you have a computer lab in your institution, you can actually go to the computer lab with your students, and they are going to be ready to answer the quiz, the test, and and once all of your students have finished answering the quiz or the test that you have created, you will be able to see the results in the mark book, right? Okay, so you will be able to see it here, the test scores. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to check this. Okay, all right. And you can see your students, and you can see the student scores. Okay, all right, and so on. This is a writing section. Okay, very good. So as simple as that. Okay, you can create as many quizzes or exams that you need. And the great thing about this is that you don't have to evaluate those because the platform is going to do it for you. As simple as that, right? So that takes some load off your shoulders, right? Okay. Okay, very good. Then we are going to take a look at the forum section right here. Okay, so far so good. Any questions? I read you. I have answered some of yours. All right. Okay, there you go. All right, so if I want to upload other worksheets or videos for my students, yes, of course you can. We will get that in a moment. So you can actually upload your own material, and you can also be working with that material in the platform as well. Okay, very good. All right. All right, how much time can students go to the platform? Teacher David, what do you mean, how many times students can go to the platform? They have access to the platform depending on the book, right? So if you have the split version, that code is going to last 6 months. If you have the full edition, that code is going to last 12 months, right? Okay, so they can log in as many times as they need, as they want, right? Okay, so it's going to be available for them. Okay, all right, very good. All right, can we have some interaction in the platform? Yes, I'm about to discuss that. All right. Okay, very good. All right, so let me show you the forum right here. This is the forum, is the very last icon right there. And what we are going to do, we can create a topic, okay? So basically, this is the way you can communicate with your students. Students can answer, but you can actually start a debate, right? And create a task. And this can be part of the participation, right? But also students are going to be typing, right? Very good. Okay, so I create the title of my topic. Okay, what do you think? Okay, and right here you can create your task. You can also upload a picture. Okay, you can upload a video, right? A link, so students can actually work with the content in the forum. Okay, and you can set some instructions. This is something similar to what we have on Facebook, as when you say something or you type a comment, and then your contacts can actually comment on that, right? Of course, this platform, I mean, you are in the institution, so as teachers, what we can do is just set some rules, right? Yes, you are going to participate, this and that, just be respectful. It's not Facebook, Twitter, etc., right? So, I mean, as teachers, I mean, just set your rules, and then your students start, participating, and it's fantastic. Now, thinking about those students who are a little bit shy when it comes to participating in class, they don't want to be in the spotlight or something like that. it is actually easier for them or for some students to participate through a computer or when they have a screen in front of them. Something happens, I don't know, right? Okay, there you go. All right, the photo is a great tool for students to improve writing and speaking. Yes, it is. Thank you, teacher Isabel. Okay, very good. All right, hi, teacher Socrates. Okay, it's joining in. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, teacher Lourdes says, we weren't told if you chose the split edition, we had only 6 months. Oh, yeah. If it's the split edition, it lasts 6 months, and the full edition, you have 12 months. The forum is excellent. Very good. Thank you. All right. Hi, teacher Lulu. Excellent. Very good. All right. Okay, and okay, teacher Carlos says, how can you delete assignment after the teacher created them? Just right here, okay, I go to the assignments section, right? We were right now, well, we were in the forum right here. So I'm just going to go backwards and I'm going to go to the assignments, okay? So right here, I just created the task, remember? So if I don't want this anymore, I just click right here and there, right? All right. So you cannot undo this action. So once you delete it, you cannot get them back, right? So if you're sure, yes, of course. Okay, so then you just go ahead and delete it and boom, nothing here, nothing there, nothing happened. Okay, no, as simple as that. I hope this was useful, teacher. Okay. All right, everything is clear, thanks. Okay, very good. Any other questions? All right. Okay. Teacher Sylvia is asking, are there some activities that we can use offline? No, teacher, I'm sorry. All of the activities that that you can find in the platform are online. Yeah, so that means you need internet to work with the platform. Yes, I'm sorry about that. Everything clear? Thanks a lot. Okay, thank you. All right, very good, excellent. Okay, so I guess so far so good. Okay, very good. So I'm going to go to the class materials right here. Okay, so this is what the platform has. You have a lot of material, right? A lot of resources, exercises. Of course, that would depend on the book that you're working with or on the course that you're working with, but it's pretty similar, right? You have a lot of resources, you can download them, you can work with them, you can assign them, right? It will vary, right? So right now you can tell that the books are a little bit different, okay? So it is not the same. It's not different cover and the same thing. So they are actually different, right? And they are just different for different needs, of course, right? Okay, now, what about if this material is not enough or it's okay, but I would like to work with my my stuff, right? You've been teaching for quite a while, and I'm pretty sure that you have a lot of activities that are amazing and you would like to work with them, right? Well, you can, you totally can. Right here, you have this section that is called Class Library. If you click right here, all right. Okay, so if you click right here, you are going to be able to upload whatever you want, right? Well, almost, right? You can upload a picture, you can upload a Word document, you can upload a link to a video as well, a PDF format as well. Yes. Okay, so this one allows you, okay, if you click right here, you can see the things that you can actually upload. You can also include audio, right? Documents, a link, right? So you are going to be able to be free to work with your own material, yes? So you also want to work with this material, you can share this with your students, of course. Not only that, but you can also assign this. So for example, I have this this file right here, okay? So I can work with it, and as soon as I click in the box, I select it, and my assign selected content is active, right? Look, right here, I cannot click on anything else, but as soon as I click right here, I'm going to be able to work with it. So, oh, fantastic. I just uploaded this for my students. I want to work with it. And in the very same way, I can create a task 101, okay? One more time. I select the date, for example, starts today and should be over by the 31st. I select my student, my students, or my whole class, okay? All right, and I'm just going to click on right here, and I'm going to send. Of course, since this material that you're working with is somehow extra from the platform is not going to evaluate this part, right? You will have to do it, yeah? But you can also include, yes, the grade in the platform. So it's having everything in the very same place that allows you to work with the material from the platform that you already have and you have access to and you have the right to use. But you can also work with your own material, nice and personalized. Yeah, isn't that great? So this one gives you a lot of opportunities. My suggestion is, especially if you are going to share videos, my suggestion is that you share the video through a link. It is easier, it is faster, right? So you don't have to wait or depend that much on internet to actually upload the video. So if you find a video from YouTube, or if you have the video in your drive, you can just copy and paste the link from your drive or from YouTube and actually add it in here. It's actually easier, okay? There you go. Okay, so right here, if you click, okay, let me see if I'm still sharing my screen with you. Yes, I am. Okay, so right here in my profile, I'm sorry, I have my uploads right here. I can click in there and I can actually upload more things or a link, right? So if I click right here in the link, okay, one more time, I went right here on top on my profile. I'm going to select my uploads, okay, and it takes me here. If I want to add a link, I click on this link icon right here, and then I type the URL and the title, video, right? Or project 1 or task 1, something, right? And you can create and you can share that video with your students, okay? And it's easier, it's faster, and it does not take up so much room as well, okay? All right. So this is Great, isn't it? It's fantastic. Okay, very good. All right. So I'm going to log out and I'm going to share with you how a student is going to log into the platform. Okay. So in the very same way, students have their books, and in their books, they have a code, a student's code. The codes are different, okay? The codes for teachers, they have the material, of course, for teachers. That means including exams and everything. Students' codes, they do not have that, right? So the students' codes are different. So every single student, once they have their books, when they buy their books, they should be able to have their access codes. And in the very same way, remember in the beginning, as the training manager, I showed you how you can create your students as well, right? But you don't necessarily have to do that, since students can do this themselves, right? So in the very same way, I'm a student, I'm new here, so I'm going to create an account, right? So I just click in register right here. And now I'm going to select I'm a student, okay? All right, and right here, I'm going to type my student access code, right? This one is already taken, right? But in the very same way, the platform is going to ask for the name, for the last name, for an email. And yet again, I'm going to emphasize the fact that students need to have a real email, because the platform is going to receive a confirmation email, right? So they can click in the link, right? And in that way, they can complete the process. If they invent an email, or the email that they thought that they had is not actually working, then, I mean, they will never receive that confirmation email, and they will not be able to actually close the process. So yes, in the beginning, they will be able to log in. So they log in, oh, and that's it, excellent. But if they want to log in the next day or later on, as soon as they try to use the email and the password, the platform is going to say something went wrong. Please check your email, check. And that is because the student did not confirm, right, that email, right? So it didn't complete the process, right? Yes, okay, very good. And as a student, okay, right now I'm as a student right here. As a student, I'm going to be able to join a class. Remember that in the beginning, I was talking about that every class that the training manager creates is going to give you a class code, right? Yeah. So right here, I'm a student and I want to join a class. So I click right here, join a class. And this is where I'm going to type the class code that my teacher gave me, right? After the teacher manager created the class, yes? So as simple as that, I'm going to be adding or joining to different classes. What happens when I'm a student and I'm in the first semester, right? And then I'm going to go to the second semester. So I need another book, or I need the other half of the book if I have the split version. I do not need to register again. I'm going to use the very same account from my first semester or my second semester. And the only thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to be joining to my new class, right? So semester 1 was one class and had one code. Semester 2 is another class and it has another code, right? Okay, yeah. So as simple as that, right? I'm going to be joining a class And if I have a new product, again, with my very same account, the only thing that I'm going to be doing is adding that access code, my new access code of my book, right? And as simple as that. Okay, and this is all that I'm going to do from semester 1 to the end, right? Or from level 1 up to the end, right? So I don't need to be creating new accounts every single time that I have a new level, right? So I use my very same account, and the only thing that I'm going to be using is my new code, but also joining a new class, okay? As necessary, okay? All right, so are there any questions? All right, can we upload our materials? Yes, you can, okay, in the library section. What about Richmond Spiral? Well, that platform is a little bit different, teacher. Okay, yes. All right, very good. Any other questions? I hear you. I come from Ecuador. Welcome, teacher. Very nice. All right, teacher Susan is asking, does it have games as Richmond Spiral? No, teacher, I'm sorry. Richmond Spiral is more, that platform is a little bit different. That platform is more for children and teenagers-ish, okay? And this platform is a little bit different, right? You have no games, I'm sorry, okay? No questions? All right, thanks. Okay, very good. All right, teacher Daniela is asking, is it possible to assign different tests to different students? Yes, of course. I mean, you just have to create a different test and assign that test to student A, and then create another one and assign that second test or test B to student 2, right? Or 3. Okay, no questions. All right, very good. All right, teacher Daniela, so we have to wait for the teacher. Yes, yes, Daniela, you have to wait for your teacher to provide you with the new class key, okay? Thanks, it's all clear. Thank you. All right, anything else? Let me see. All right, so you had audio problems. All right, and I answered your question, okay? I'm glad, teacher Carlos, I'm glad that it was solved. All right, very good. Okay, very good. Any other questions? Okay, there you go. Let me see if I'm still sharing my platform. I mean my screen with you. There you go. All right. All right, teacher Daniela is asking, is there an offline version? No, I'm sorry, there are no offline versions of this. This is totally online, so you need internet in order to work with with the platform, right? And the exams and the material and everything. So teachers, my suggestion is as soon as you get your teacher's codes and you have access to the platform, of course, as well, if you see your resources right there in the platform, download them, please, right? It doesn't matter that maybe your class or the course starts until later or in 2 or 3 weeks. It doesn't matter. Well, I mean, right now, due to the situation, we have plenty of time, right? Whether we like it or not. So my suggestion, my advice, okay, I didn't say it, okay? My advice is download your resources, right? So you have them right there ready. You can open a file in your computer or in a USB, so you can download everything into there. Yeah, so you can have a faster access to your material. Of course, the additional exercises, the interactive exercises, and the interactive tests are not going to be available to download, right? Those exercises are online. But as for your resources, please, I suggest you go ahead and download them, right? So you have them there and you can use them offline, of course, right? Okay. All right. Very good. I'm reading your questions. All right. I understand all steps. Thank you so much. Thank you, teacher. Okay. All right. Very good. Excellent. Okay, very good. All right. So don't worry if you have any further questions, or maybe there is a question that you forgot to ask right now. Don't worry, I'm going to share with you my my email. Okay, so you can contact me. Okay, let me see. I'm going to go ahead. Okay, you can see my screen right now. That's my name. Okay, my name is Annalie. I'm in Guadalajara, Jalisco, of course. That's my email. If you have any other questions or specific things that you need, please let me know so I can help you better. Okay, I'll be around. Okay, very good. Teachers, I'm going to turn on my camera again so you can see me. I hope this webinar was useful, and let me know if you need something else, and let's see how we can work this out. Have a great day and take care of yourselves, okay? All right, so see you around, okay? Thank you for coming, okay? Bye.